Stand up tall, march in place. Let's travel. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, and 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, back, 2. It's just 2 beats forward and 2 beats back. Great. So today we are working on the abs and the core right here. Get that stronger, tighter. Yes, more muscle. Working on the posture. You know, if you stand up taller, your waist will look smaller. That's pretty great, isn't it? All right, back again and just stay here. Good. Shoulders back and down. Push that chest out. It'll make those boobs lifted. Yes, that's good. All right, next up, let's work on those abs right away. Let's work on those obliques. You know, those muscles that let us move side to side. All right, one hand on the head and arm down. We're gonna reach and down. And now let's go ahead and reach the other way, down this way. So we're gonna reach from side to side. So you're working both obliques, both sides. Yes, good. It's a pretty intense stretch. So if it's too much, maybe you don't need to go as far. So you're just going down and the other side. So when you go this way, you're stretching these abdominals. And when you go this way, you're working the other. So you're working both sides. Good. And let's do one more. Good. And let's march in place. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So today we're going to work all areas of the abdominals. We're going to work the obliques. We're going to use the upper abs, the lower abs, and the entire core area. Yes. So we want to work it all, get it all strong. Yes, we don't want any imbalances. All right, let's do the oblique stretch and strengthener on the other side in 3, 2, 1. All right, feet a little bit wider, hand down, other hand by your side of your head, by your ear. Now just go down only as low as you feel the stretch. Good. Other side. Try not to lock the knees, bend them just a little bit. I noticed that my legs were a little bit too straight. Nice. Let's just do a couple more. Let's do 3 more. And 3. And 2. And 1 more. Good. And let's march in place. Excellent job. So we're getting in our steps, burning calories, getting stronger. You want to exercise every single day. It'll boost your mood. It'll boost your metabolism. Yes, and it'll make you feel so energized. You know, energy, I should say, exercise boosts your energy. It makes you have more energy, which is kind of interesting because you're expending energy, but you're getting energy by expending it. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. All right, now let's do wide feet, okay? And like you're rowing a boat, all right? And we're gonna row, yes. So is this working the obliques? Yes, good. So you've got the oars in your hands, and now let's go ahead and separate them. Yes. Maybe if your feet are too wide, maybe move them a little bit closer together. Yes. All right, moving side to side, using those obliques and our balance, because we're not just standing in place. We are moving in various directions. Good. I feel my abs. Let's do 1 more. Good. And then march in place. All right. Next up, this one I'm calling the Farrah Fawcett twist. So what you're going to do is you're going to interlace your fingers in front, and then you're going to take your index fingers and extend them like a pistol, right? All right. Now, keep the feet from moving from here, and then we're going to pivot and twist and twist. So you'll see that my heel is going up and then going back down, rotating side to side, again, using those obliques. And this is also strengthening the low back. Yeah. So only go to the twist as you feel comfortable. So if your rotation is not like mine, that's okay. we're all different. You'll become more mobile and you'll be able to go a little bit further by the end of this workout. Now, when we always start a workout, we tend to be a little bit more stiff at the beginning, and then we get a little bit more stretchy at the end. Yep, let's just do one more, and one more on this side. Good, and march in place. Good, you can do your marches slower, or you can make them more energetic. You decide, it's your workout, make it your own. All right, next up, let's work the upper and lower abs. So we're gonna do some standing crunches. So remember the gym, they have those machines where you kind of, well, I'm short, so I have to climb onto it. And they have these handles above you, and you grab them and then you pull them down in a crunching motion. And then when you're sitting, you pull that seat up. So we're gonna do that standing, but without a machine. So pretend like you're holding the handles, and we're gonna do one knee at a time. And in this exercise, we are rounding the upper and the lower spine, not excessively, just enough so that we are rounding, just like that gym machine. Yes, good. I do have my feet flexed. This makes it easier and more effective. Yeah, let's do 5 more. And 5, 4, breathe, 3, 2, and 1 more. And excellent. All right, stand tall. Shoulders, let's bring them up and push them back and down. And use those marching arms in place. Good job. All right, let's do another exercise. It's a single leg standing bicycle. So you know, like you're riding a bike? So we're gonna do that with our legs. And this is a wonderful balance challenge. So this works the core. So we're gonna stop here and we're gonna lift. Make sure your feet are straight ahead. So you might wanna hold your waist right here. So you're gonna lift your leg with a flexed foot. So not pointed, flexed. We're gonna bicycle. So circular motions with a flexed foot. We'll do 8 on each side. That's 3, 4, good, 5, 6. If you need to hold on, that's okay. 7, and balance for 8. Told you we were working the core. Don't worry, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So if you need to hold a chair or a wall, I want you to be safe, right? So, or just be near. So if you do happen to topple over, you'll have that stable surface to grab onto or touch if needed. All right, let's do that again. 8 bicycles, hands on your waistline. Make sure your toes again are in a line. That'll help you with balance. All right, get your balance first and then bicycle forward with that flexed foot. And we're gonna do 8. So this is 2, stand a little taller. 3, take your time. 4, using control. 5, push that chest out. And 6, awesome. 7, 1 more, and 8. Good. March in place. You'll notice that the leg that is straight, that's not moving, you might feel that on that hip. So if this foot was on the ground and this foot was moving, you will feel the achiness in this hip right about here. So what that is called, it's called loading. So you are actually getting that hip stronger, and then when you go to the other side, you're getting the other hip stronger. So all sorts of movements will make our bodies stronger. So you want to do a variety of exercises and movements. All right, what's up next? Let's do some calf raises. Let's work the whole body today. Absolutely, not just the abs. So we're going to do 2 calf raises, and we're going to do an alternating high 5. You know, high 5 like this? Great, and then we'll march in place. So we'll do 2 calf raises with 2 high 5s, and then we'll march in place for 4. All right, just go with me. It's not too bad. All right, high 5 and a calf raise, and march for 4. Good. High 5, calf raise, march for 4. High 5 me. Yes. March for 4. How high can you get on those toes? Try to get higher. That will get the calves stronger. Good. High five me. Yes. Can you reach me? Good. Reach it this time. Yes. Good. Straighten that arm. As you do that, high five and spread those fingers out. Tend not to use our fingers very much. And then they kind of get stiff. No, that's not good. March. Let's do one more and high five me. Yes. And go back to our marches. All right. Next up, let's go ahead and work those obliques again. So we're going to twist from side to side, and we're going to have our elbows up, and we'll do a twist with the knee. All right, stay here, and now lift and twist. Yes, now don't expect that knee to touch the elbow unless you want to. So if I really twist it, I can. So if you want to go to this advanced level, you can, or you can just stand taller and lift. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So I like to do what feels good. Some days I'll push harder. Some days I'll push less. I listen to my body, and I think that's really, really important. Just want to make sure that we are safe. Our bodies tell us what to do, but sometimes we need to push our bodies a little bit further than they want, because sometimes our bodies just get a little bit lazy. Yeah. All right. Because pushing takes more energy and it's harder. Sometimes we have to do the hard thing to get what we want. All right. March in place. Great job. All right. Let's work the back of the body. This also works the core. So widen those feet. So we're going to kick our booty or try with a flex foot. So make sure you're not what I call teeter-tottering. This is just momentum. So we're trying to keep the torso fairly straight. So we're working strength and not just moving with momentum. All right, and let's work those shoulders. So we're going to add some shoulder punches and punch it. Good. All the way up, all the way down. Yes. Working the shoulders, the core, the hamstrings. Those are the large muscles on the back of the legs. So we don't walk backwards. And, well, some people do, which is kind of neat. But most people, they don't work the back of the legs. And that's really, really important. We don't want imbalances. We want strength all over every single part of our body. I hear some people, I've even seen it at the gym, go ahead and march in place, where these guys, you've seen them, they'll have these big shoulders, big chest, big arms, and these skinny little legs and a flat butt. That is an imbalanced body that's not in proportion. You know, they're like a triangle, right? They're little skinny legs and they're like this. So that's not good because they're going to be more prone to injuries. You want every part of your body strong. You want to work the muscles that you don't want to work anyways. You want to work them all. Okay, next up, we are going to work on motion, forward and back, just like we started. Good. So we don't just stay in place when we go walking. We go we go forward. We don't necessarily go backwards, although I have seen people turn around and walk backwards up a hill. And that's actually a really good exercise. Just watch where you're going. Make sure there's going to be no cars coming your way or pulling out the driveway. That's a little scary. All right, forward and back. Good. You're halfway through. Good job. Thank you so much for sticking with it, for working on you. All right, march in place. So today, I really want you to finish what you start. Actually, you should always do that, right? So you're halfway done. You're almost done. The rest is going to go really fast. All right, stay in place. Let's start. Hands down. This hand by your head and reach for those obliques. Yes. Bend the knees just a little bit. Can you reach a little bit further this time? Yes, I think I can. I think I can. Remember that book, from when we were children. I think it was called The Little Engine That Could. And the saying was, I think I can, I think I can. Now, if we think we can do something, most likely we can and will. And if we think we can't do something, that's basically an instruction telling your body that you cannot do something, and then you won't. March in place. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, stretching and strengthening the obliques, the side abdominal muscles. We have muscles all over our body, not just lower and upper abs. All right, hand here and reach. Nice. All the way on each side. Twisting to the left, my left, and down. Yes, good. Again, make sure you're not slouching. Your posture is good. It's tall. That'll help you breathe better and feel better. Yeah. And that will help the spine from rounding. Bad posture can be permanent over time. So we always want to concentrate on posture and working on posture, because we don't want that forward rounding of the spine. That can cause pain, and it just doesn't feel good. It can also hinder breathing, so that's not good either. One more, and come up, in place. Good, nice job. All right, let's do the row. We're gonna row the boat, and 3, 2, 1, grab those oars and row. Good. How fast can you row? Yes. Get to your destination. Get to land. This is fun, isn't it? Yes. We're not getting wet. Maybe a little sweaty. All right, good. Keep it going. Can you go a little deeper? Put a little more energy into it. Let's do 5 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more on the side. And march in place. Excellent. Next up, the Farrah Fawcett twist. All right, so we're going to interlace the fingers in front, extend the index fingers out, pause with the steps, and then twist. So you want to actually look where you are moving those arms. I'm just looking at you. But yeah, so you really want to look where your index fingers are pointing. Make sure you are twisting your feet too, because otherwise it's going to hurt your ankles. We don't want to tear anything or strain anything. Nope. Nice. Good. Let's do 4 more. And this will be 3. Lower the shoulders, not here. 2. And this is the last one. And then march in place. Those are fun, aren't they? All right. Next up, standing crunches. Remember, we're going to the gym. We're going to pull the abs down and up. So when we do this, we're working the upper abdominals, which are typically stronger. And then we're lifting the knee, so we are working the lower at the same time. All right, grab those handles and crunch it. So the spine is rounding just a little bit on the upper back and the lower back. So if I wasn't rounding, it would look like this. So this is not rounding, and this is rounding. See the difference? That little curvature. Yes. All right, let's do 4 more. And 4. Breathe. 3, 2, 1 more. Good. March in place. You should be nice and warm. Maybe a little bit sweaty. Yes. All right. Next up, let's do those bicycles. Let's go for a bike ride. But we don't have to sit on that very uncomfortable bike seat. It's the one thing I don't like about bike riding. That seat, woo, that hurts. That and oncoming traffic. That's scary too. All right, stand in place. All right, hands on hips to help you with balance. Again, If you need to hold on to something, lift the knee and go for that bike ride. 8. This is 2. Stand up tall. 3, 4. Take your time. Don't rush this. 6. 2 more. 7. And last one. And 8. That's so good for balance. Don't worry. I didn't forget the other side. Oh. Did you hear my neck crack? That felt great. Exercise will help get rid of that tension, get rid of that holding. Exercise is so good for the body and the brain and the spirit. All right, let's do those bicycles on this side now. So go ahead and stop. Get your balance, hands on your waist. Get all your balance on this leg, loading, lift the leg, and bicycle with that flex foot. 2, going for 8, 3, 4, breathing, 5, 6, you've got 2 left. 1 more after this, and excellent. All right, march in place. Keep it going, good. How many steps are we doing today? Let me know if you've got your pedometer on. Let me know how many you did in the comments. All right, let's go ahead and do those double calf raises. You're gonna high five me, right, with a straight arm, and really extend those fingers out. Good, all right. We're gonna do the high five for 2 with a calf raise, and then we're gonna march for 4. And 1, 2, march for 4. Calf raise for 2, march for 4. Calf raise and high five, march for 4. High five for 2, march, march, march. High five, yes, march, 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 march. High five, yes. Try to get as high as you can on those toes, bursting that energy up. Yes, high five, awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more, yes. And march, march, march. You know, I have a book. It's called The High Five Diet. So basically, if you follow the plan, I give you a high five because you did a good job. So check it out. It's on my website. It's called thehighfivediet.com, where you can order the High Five Diet. And if you click on the image of my book, you can actually start reading a couple pages of it before purchasing it, so you can see if you like it. And you can learn a little bit about me, my little craziness, my story about my health journey, and how I was pretty sick and how I improved my health with diet and, of course, exercise. All right, next up, let's go ahead and use those obliques again, and hands on hips, and we're gonna twist and twist. Yes, again, working the obliques and the lower abdominals by lifting that knee. Now see if you can lift that knee a little bit higher. Try to get it to belly button height. Now I'll see these people doing the knee lifts and the knees are like this. Okay, that really doesn't work the abs as much. So let's get them a little bit stronger. Let's just do a couple more. Let's do 3 more. 2, stand up a little taller. 1 more. Good, and march in place. All right, let's go ahead and work the hamstrings again, the back of the legs. Let's strengthen the entire body, the back side too. All right, we're gonna do punches with the butt kicks. So we'll just start here with those butt kicks with that flexed foot. Let's punch it. Good. Yes. Working the shoulders. And I also see people doing this. Bring it up higher. Yes. That will stretch out the lats, the large muscles underneath the armpits, the back. A lot of people don't extend the arms enough or all the way. This is called full range of motion, and that could cause tightness and pain. All right, 1 more and march in place. All right. Next up, guess what we're doing? Stretch. Awesome. All right, let's just do standing cat-cow. So we're going to round and release. Let's use those arms, rounding and stretching. Yes, round, do a a couple of these. Great. All right, let's go ahead and wide feet, hands behind the low back, interlacing those fingers, squeezing the butt. Look up. This is called a standing back bend. Yes, this is so good. Stretches out the chest. Look up. Good. Let's stretch out the hamstrings. We work those. Hips back. Rotate that torso in line with the leg. Don't lean. Just put your hands here. Good. Let's switch. Other side. Pull down, toes up. Making sure your torso is in line with that leg. Good. Stretch out those calves. 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. Lean forward. Good. Other side. Good. All right. Just slow down that walk. Your final cool down exercise. Now, if you want flat abs, exercise is really important. If you're consistent, so exercise every single day, put energy into it, lift those weights too. Really important to help the muscles and the bones, and do at least 30 minutes every single day of some form of exercise. And the other really important thing is drink water. Most people don't drink enough water. They're dehydrated. Water does so many good things. It will fill you up so you don't eat as much. It will hydrate you. It'll make you feel better. It helps get rid of headaches. And it will also boost your metabolism. And another thing, which is extremely important, is what you're eating. So if you eat foods that are really heavy, if you're eating butter, cream, ice cream, meat, chicken, eggs, those are really high in fat. And those are foods that will lower your metabolism. What you want to eat are healthy foods, fruit, vegetables, beans, whole grains. Those are really healthy foods that will boost your metabolism. So if you want to check out what I eat and my healthy diet, that's all in my book, thehigh5diet.com. All right, one last stretch. Good. Thank you so much for joining me, and hope to see you soon. Bye. Any person can change their health trajectory, and you can contact me if you want my help. Go to my website, The High 5 Diet, helping people improve their health, sharing my delicious recipes with lots of yummy carbs gives me a high like no drug can, which is why I do it. For my favorite low-fat, oil-free, plant-based vegan recipes, order my cookbook with nutrition facts on how to prevent and reverse disease, which chronicles my personal health and weight loss story through my website, thehigh5diet.com.